Chris Mannix is in Rio right now, back live on the Dan Patrick Show. Chris Mannix, Jay Moore, you there, buddy?
Yeah, Jay, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's what happens. Who takes the blame if this team loses last night to Australia?
Well, I mean, blame is hard is a tough word to use because even though this team is far more talented than everybody else, continuity matters in these situations. It mattered for Argentina when they were rolling in the early 2000s. It mattered for Spain in 2012. And it matters for this Australian team. A bunch of guys have been playing together for a very long time. Only 2 players, Jay, on this Olympic team were part of the 2012 team. That's 10 new guys on the roster. So even though they're much better than everybody else, it does take time for this group to come together. But to answer your question from before about why Australia is so good, they have really prioritized basketball over the last 10 years. The Australian Institute of Sport has developed these guys really well. That's why you see guys like Dante Exum coming out, and to a different degree, Ben Simmons, Thon Maker. This team in 2020, Jay, they are going to be the biggest threat to USA basketball because of the stars they're able to develop.
Wow, that's quite a statement. When Chris Mannix says something like that, you write it down in pen. Mannix doesn't speak about things he doesn't know about. Australia is the powerhouse coming around. It's like when the Cubans were dominating in boxing and we thought we were the best in the world, Chris Mannix. You were also covering boxing in the Rio Olympics. It just seems like the shine is completely left boxing in its entirety as a sport in the United States, overtaken by mixed martial arts. In the Olympic Village, I got to think that other countries are way more excited about boxing than the United States. Tell me why I should be watching boxing. What am I looking for? Who should I be looking towards?
Well, for starters, the entire scoring system and much of the system in general has changed this year. There's no headgear on the men's athletes, which makes it a little more exciting, get to see a little more power shots, and the scoring has changed. People that know Olympic boxing in the past, it's been scored kind of on a pity-pat punching system where if you just touch a guy, you kind of get a point. Now they've evolved and gone to a more professional-style scoring system where power shots count, ring generalship counts, and that's actually worked out really well for the U.S. team. I mean, people aren't talking about it right now, Jay, because it's swimming and it's gymnastics. But the USA boxing men's team is 6-1 through Rio. They're guaranteed at least one medal at this point because Nico Hernandez, a light flyweight, won last night. This team has stunned everybody with how well they performed. I think a big part of that is because they're scoring it more like professionals, and that's how these kids are best at fighting.
Chris Mannix, he writes for The Vertical. Hit him up on Twitter. Let him know you love him from the Dan Patrick Show. Chris, be well, my friend, and keep doing what you do. You are the guy. You are the restaurant with a great location, and your food's good too, my friend. Thanks for coming by the Dan Patrick Show.
Appreciate it, Jay.
You got it.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.